Here's Brian again. This time I'm talking about American English. Now, what is American English? Well, there are lots of American Englishes, as you can guess. Lots of dialects, lots of accents. But we in Europe often stereotype Americans in many ways in terms of accent. And one of the accents is this very nasal way of talking. A lot of Americans talk through their noses. At least we in Europe very often think that. Of course, they often do not. But we like to think of Americans as using words like and like, and. In Ireland, for example, we'll say and. But the Americans like to say and sand and man. They like to stretch their A letter. And of course, one of the most stereotypical American things is about want to. That becomes wanna. Got to becomes gotta. I'm gonna, I'm going to. So all of these ramifications come together. And what type of other American is there? There's a famous, I think it's a New York type, where people will say foiver. You must embrace your fate with more foiver. They seem to drop their R's here and there, a bit like certain types of English people do. They will say embrace instead of embrace, and foiver instead of fervor. And finally, a type of southern accent. Well, I can only say that, man. You got it all wrong, completely wrong there. It's very difficult to actually define this linguistically. I was never one of the great linguistic professors, so I can't really define this too specifically. It's just a way of talking, man. Man comes very much into this for some reason. Even in this 21st century politically correct era, saying man all the time. You got it, even if you're talking to a woman there. Often also dropping letters, a bit like in Cockney, joking, singing. What you saying, man? These will be very, very, very prominent in the southern parts of the United States. That's it.